All right, so we are finally live after at least 3 times of resetting the time. You know, I consider myself an artist when I do this. And hi, Jeanna.
Hi. Hello,
Uh,
everybody.
appreciate you. And like I was saying, I consider myself an artist when I do this. So uh,
Oh, shoot.
I have to go live when I feel like going live, if that makes sense. Not in a selfish type of way, but if you look at, let me remove this down here from the stage. But if you look at possibly other artists, oh, it's not going to let me remove that. That's interesting. But if you look at maybe artists in history, I'm not saying I'm a celebrity or nothing, but they may, what's up with the sacrifice? I see you. You know, they may come off weird, I guess. Remember, didn't they say Van Gogh cut off his ear or whatever?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but there wasn't Einstein smart, but like he's perceived as a weirdo because his hair is all wild, possibly, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Well,
hear a
Van
slight.
Gogh cut off his ear for a woman. He wasn't just, there was a story behind that.
So I appreciate the sacrifice in here. So this interesting. That did kind of. We have Gina here, and Gina is. Are you born in New Orleans or?
I was born in a teeny town called Franklin, but I moved to New Orleans when I was like 2 weeks old.
Oh, okay. So you have a lot. That's. I'm glad you're here, and that's cool that we get like live footage. Do you want to
Yeah,
just
that
pause?
is
You want to?
cool.
You want to let
Very
us
cool.
know where you think this may possibly be, or do you maybe recognize, is that like a bar? That's probably a bar back there,
Well,
right?
I'm gonna say that it doesn't look like I can't see. I'm putting the picture up really large so I can see a better picture.
Reason why I'm not doing it is because when we play it back later, it may still kind of jitter and buffer. I
Yeah,
don't know
I mean
why.
that's probably the corner of Bourbon Street.
Oh, okay.
That would
Bourbon's
be, I mean, that's the most famous street in New Orleans, and it would be the one most interesting to anyone.
got it. And a lot of people are covering this now. And I did the Rolling Stones the festival there, the jazz festival, heritage festival, and
Mhm.
a lot of things synced up that were interesting. And so that's interesting. We got the live footage, and I guess we'll move forward a little bit. What's up with Swint Fujiyama in the house? I appreciate you. He said it's definitely Bourbon Street. So maybe both of you are on that. Hey,
Well, I can't read the names of the venues. If I could read the names of the bars, I could tell you for sure.
okay. This Swint Fujiyama right here. Okay. I don't know if you can see the screen, but Swint Fujiyama makes music. He is located in Detroit. Amazing music, and
Has
he's
he
a
played down
musician.
here? Has he played down here in the jazz club, Swint?
Uh, no, he's from. I don't think so. I think he's from Detroit. I know he's from Detroit. But what I'm trying to say is this person, Swint Fujiyama, makes amazing music, and he is I don't consider him a rapper. I consider him just an artist who makes music. I'm not saying he plays instruments or anything like that, but I'm gonna share the link. Amazing music, and also is in tune with what we do, Gina, and actually mentions gematria. So I'm gonna put the link over here and positive vibes. It's good to see you. I'm gonna
Well,
put
nice
the
to
link right
have
there.
you. Yes, nice to have you. Hi.
I suggest, and we'll get into it here. These lives, I will apologize to anybody who tunes in. I don't just come on and just bam, bam, bam. No, it's a live stream, and I have a presentation. They're always like an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. I put work into these, okay? And I'm not saying I'm going to keep stalling much longer, but That's a link to check out Swint Fujiyama. Okay, and I'll be in contact with Swint later. I appreciate Swint big time. Okay, now look, you know where I originally know Swint Fujiyama from, the Call Me
Um,
Kinfolk channel.
uh,
Okay,
mm-hmm.
okay, and classic live streams, right? I would not be shouting Swint out for no reason. I'm telling you, this man is packed with knowledge right here. Like hour-long streams, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11-hour streams, okay? And that's where I know Swint from. And I can tell when he chimes in with the info, this man has what it takes right here. And again, check out the music, speaks on the numbers as well. It's all positive vibes. I'm actually going to go do that after this. So I'm going to get going now on this. Okay, I'm a Leo, just so you all know. I still kind of battle my traits as a Leo. I talk a lot, right? So I'll be honest about that. We're going to get into the decode, and then we'll come back and maybe look at some of this live. But look, I put in the work for y'all. I took a nap. Okay, and I guess I was one pick ahead right there. So this is going to be, you can hear me? We're good?
We're good.
Okay, so this is going to be the New Orleans decode plus other connections. And you know how I do it. And I know Swint for sure has seen some of the letter decodes, and Swint knows I get creative over here. Swint was in the band of Grambling State. And our biggest game was against Southern, which is the Bayou Classic in New Orleans. So okay, so Jeanna was onto something with that question earlier. All right, so this is the New Orleans decode with other connections. You know how I do it. So let's just start with this. I did not know this until the decode was done. Look at Louisiana statehood granted. That's today. The anniversary. Can you believe? Look at that. That's amazing. April 30th, 1812, Louisiana granted statehood. So do I have to do math on the fly? 88. 88 plus 20 is 108 plus 4. Is that right? 112? Maybe I'm wrong, man. I don't want to do 212? Maybe. I don't want to do math right now. You know what I'm saying? You see the screen right there, right? That's amazing, though. Swint does know how to play every instrument. Okay, my bad. Hey, that's why I said I'm sure if you play. This is a musician right here, okay? I'm telling you, oh, okay. So look, founded by the French, ruled, and this is off of Google, y'all. Like I wasn't there present. You know what I'm saying? We got to just go off of what we get here, right? With this information that Google provides.
Matthew, I got a couple of 60s coming up, and if you add 430, oh, I don't know what you had just what slide did you just have up? If you add 40, 18, and 12, you get 60. Just saying, coming later.
40, 18, and 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see 40, 18. Oh, okay. I see that. Okay.
60 comes up, then a couple later.
All right. And if I don't. How you don't want to do that? Dude, I've been a busy character, man. No, really, I just don't want to mess up live on the fly. Anyways, let's get going. You're right, though. Shout out. New Orleans is known for history. Let me get going here. Let me get going here, y'all. Let me get going here. New Orleans is known for its distinct Creole culture. I don't know what that is.
Creole culture. That it means mixture of
okay.
Of black, white, Cajun.
Okay. Gotcha.
We are a melting pot.
Okay, I hear that a lot about New York too. Oh, New Orleans, New York. Oh, okay. So, significant battles of the War of 1812 and the Civil War were fought over the city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is interesting that you get like the Louisiana Purchase and then New Orleans, and lean kind of refers to money in a way. Where's that? Right here, look. The Spanish, okay, founded by the French, ruled for 40 years by the Spanish, and bought by the United States in 1803. Louisiana Purchase. And like I said, that's just interesting because New Orleans, a lien is a claim or legal right against assets that are usually used as collateral to satisfy a debt. That's just got kind of interesting. I added it at the end there. And you get New Orleans, right? Okay. And you can see I'm just kind of building into this. Okay, check. So here we go. Look. Okay. New Orleans is, and it's kind of like a Wikipedia breakdown in a way. New Orleans is a Louisiana city on the Mississippi River near the Gulf of Mexico, nicknamed the Big Easy. It's known for its round the clock nightlife. And this is gematria. Some can call it gematria. I'm not here to argue where it came from. I'm not here to talk about old paintings and have arguments about who's right and wrong. I know how to copy and paste. I'm in the United States. I was taught the alphabet. Okay, ABC 1, 2, 3. We have reverse with the alphabet, and we use reduction ciphers. Okay, it's not my thing. I utilize it, and it hits. So right off the bat here, round the clock nightlife, you get 113 like Mississippi River. Okay, interesting. The city of New Orleans, look, Louisiana, the Big Easy. Okay, is a nickname, one of the nicknames, right, for the city of New Orleans.
Yes, it
And
did.
you see the pic right there. Okay, you should see that pic. Well, that's interesting. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, again, and this is going to be no offense to anybody, right? I make connections that are interesting.
Mhm.
It says a girl who has no standards and would make out and have sex with just about any guy who'd want to. But what does this say? It's up to each and every guy. Some label girls as easy, very liberally, while others don't. And you get the Mardi Gras thing with the beads. So I think that's an interesting connection to start. The Big Easy. And think about like rap music, Easy E, right? And then they say he gets AIDS. Did you see what I mean? Magic Johnson, you see? Synced up with the HIV. So I think that's an interesting start. Okay.
Yeah.
And look, this is a massive number, and this number is hitting better than any number out of this whole decode.
Which
Okay.
one?
45.
45.
This is the huge number here, massive, with what we got going on. The
Well, then
history
you
of
want to check.
what's
Excuse
up?
me. Then you want to check the other nickname of New Orleans, the Crescent City, which in reduction is 50. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
you
Sorry.
got
I
it.
jumped
You got
ahead.
it. You got it. Yeah, that's coming up. You're good.
Okay.
No, that's okay. I should have let you just go. My bad.
Go.
The history of flashing boobs for beads at Mardi Gras. Okay. So look at that 45 right there. Okay.
Yeah.
As equals 45 in reverse. Look.
It has become a tradition. It's a tradition, although it is illegal.
Yeah. New Orleans equals 45. Crescent City equals 54. So I guess you hit right. Hey, hey, we're gonna put Squint up. We're gonna drop a link for Squint. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
I've been meaning to probably do this for a while too.
Oh,
All
I
right.
see you got a couple of pictures of the beads. And
All right. There's the link, Swint. Hopefully everything works well. I don't know if I'm not the most professional over here. Maybe hopefully everything connects well and everything. There's a link right there. So this is gonna be nice. Okay. So yeah, just anything that we can add here, this will be good. All right. So there's that link right there. I'll wait. Well, I'll continue and we'll wait for Swint. So Crescent City's got the 54 like New Orleans, and that is the reverse of jazz. Hopefully, it's gonna show Swint pop up here because there's a lot of stuff up here. We'll see. He'll let me know. But in the you see that Crescent City's got the 144 forwards with the alphabet. Oh, okay, I see Swint there. What can I remove here? Can I remove this right here? Let me see. All right. I want to remove. Will it let me kick this out? Okay, so I got to remove the footage, I think, right now. Oh, here it is. Stop screen. Damn. Let me see. Let me remove this. Let's get Swin up here, and then we'll take it from there, okay?
Okay.
Let me see. Oh, there it is. Damn. I just had to scroll down a little bit. Swin Fujiyama is in the house.
Yo, can you hear me?
What's up, man?
What up, though?
Hey, I appreciate you for real. I'm glad we get to come together right now.
I know I've been telling you to do this, but shit happen
For
when it's supposed
real.
to happen, type shit. Yeah.
For real. And my apologies for the delay, but I know you understand. We're all kind of busy. We just we go with the flow, and then when things happen, they happen, right?
Yeah, the organic shit is the best shit.
It's amazing, man. So I'll continue
I
with
look, I
this.
don't mean to cut you off. The only reason I wanted to chime in is because I see y'all talking about so much shit that I can say a lot about.
It's
It is just too much to type. Like,
yes,
and what started
yes.
was the 45. Like, she seemed like she kind of didn't have like too much knowledge on. Like, I'm following basically what I'm saying. I'm following everything you're saying, and all I see is 9, right? Like, you see New Orleans 45, Jazz 45, Crescent City 144, 54. If you break all that down to one digit, what digit do you get?
9.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And 9 is the number of completion, which is the ending and the beginning. Because every time something ends, it begins again. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, and let me add to that real quick because there's something going on in the world right now with kind of a new beginning, kind of like again, I'm not the best with all of this knowledge, but I am here in the Phoenix, Arizona area, maybe something kind of like a Phoenix Rising or something to that effect. There's a lot going on
Mm-hmm.
with Arizona right now. We just had the NCAA championships here for the men college basketball, and also, what about that eclipse? It was right around that same time, the total solar eclipse was, which is interesting. And you're talking about Crescent City. So that's kind of a connection there, right?
All right. So I don't mean to cut you. Okay. I'm glad that you. Okay. So, right. Phoenix. You from Phoenix. Right. That's the Phoenix Rising, right? All right.
Yeah.
So, okay. So now when you mention that, I have to bring Detroit into it, right? Because Detroit, like, it's been. You know about the video game? Damn, what's the name of that shit? Detroit Become
Is
Human.
it, I heard you and Kinfolk talking about it.
Right. Okay. So it's basically a game about how AI gets pushed to like our robot basically. Like we got these
Yeah.
robots that get put into society that basically take all the jobs, and everybody ain't
Yes.
got jobs no more because of the right. Okay, so boom. So basically that's like saying a reset of society to me. Like it's showing how Detroit went from us as a people with jobs to robots taking our jobs, right? That's like a start over, right?
Damn. It's
Okay, and
amazing.
Detroit was the city they used, right? Okay, when you say Phoenix, right? Okay, so Renaissance. Detroit is a Renaissance city. Renaissance means rebirth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one of the biggest high schools in the city is Renaissance High School, and guess what their mascot is?
Tell me.
The Phoenix.
The Phoenix Rising? Okay. Wow.
And it's a bird raising over the sun. You know what I'm saying? So Renaissance, rebirth, Phoenix, like you just said, it's like restart. It's like all that shit come together.
You know what we're
And
gonna
it's
do?
like,
We're gonna have to excuse me for a second, man. We're gonna have to set up another live where we can just talk about random stuff. That's amazing because we have Taylor Swift synced up in the news. Swift is a bird. She's got the new album. Look, she's got the new album, Tortured Poets Department, and it's connected with Dead Poets Society. Who was in that? Robin Williams. Robin is a songbird.
right.
And check this out. Who else was in Dead Poets Society? Ethan Hawke.
Hmm.
It's
Hey,
wild.
you remember when me and you first start, like when we first met was around the time of last year when that weather shit was going on.
Yeah, with Detroit and
And
all the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
44
yeah, yeah.
section.
And I told you that that week Beyonce had a concert
Yes.
in front of the portal ship with look, Taylor Swift had a concert the week before that.
And now we got the Cowboy Carter thing, and Taylor moved to Tennessee to pursue country music. It seems like Taylor always tops her with those awards. And hey, I don't know if you follow, and we'll get moving forward here shortly, but I don't know if you follow the Chakra Doctor. He just did a live. Man,
I
he's
know him.
amazing.
I'd have had a couple conversations with him just like me and you talking on Black
He's
Mirror's channel.
amazing. He's amazing,
Yeah,
man. But he
I
just
know
did
him.
a couple lives yesterday, and speaking on all of this stuff too, saying that possibly Taylor is Becky with the good hair, because he played a video showing that he was going over like the clone stuff and showing how, I don't know, it was a connection with Becky, and he's like, whoa, maybe that's Becky with the good hair. And remember, everything about Beyonce and Jay-Z is 44, like Detroit and Michigan equal 44. So, Swint, do you want to listen as we go here, or did you just want to come on real quick? You want to listen as we go forward and we can just kind of all add to it? Or do you want to just drop out now and follow? What do you want to do? It's up to you. Do you want to just go forward with the decode and then we can all just chime in on it, or do you want to just watch how you were before? You there? Might have dropped off.
Shit, wait. No, can
There
you hear
he
me?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if I leave my okay. I was talking that whole time. I was saying this your channel. I'm following you. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go like this, and we'll just go forward. And anything we need to add or look up, that's fine, right? So we'll see if we can just kind of add to what I got here, and we're all
Yeah.
gonna see different things here. So okay, so again, we got the 45, and now we're working with the 54, and you see Crescent City, which Jeanna just brought up prior, and I was like, I should have just let her roll with it because that would have been kind of like a natural thing. But it says
is.
jazz is a music genre
The,
that
the
originated in the
eclipse,
Go
you
ahead.
brought up eclipse. Don't leave that out. The eclipse just happened. Crescent City eclipse.
Right.
Oh my God, I wanted to talk about that too, but go ahead.
That's a good connection. And after we get a little bit more in here, we can, because it's amazing to have you on here, man. I can't wait to check this out after, for real. Like I'm not I I know your mind, man. When I used to hear you talk, I listened to those lives, and I'm telling you, you come on and you just drop bombs, man. So anyways, let me move forward, man, because I get distracted as well. So so we got this connection we're working with here with the 45-54. That's interesting because the basketball team Gina's still upset about moved to Utah. And we know, look, not with Utah no more, but we get number 45 with Donovan Mitchell now on the Cavs, if I'm not mistaken. That's interesting though, because you get the Utah New Orleans connection. And look, here in AZ, we just lost our hockey team to Utah, and we all come together for a reason. And look, the Jazz relocated from New Orleans to Salt Lake City on June 8th, 79. I can't help but know that that's Kanye West's birthday, and the Jazz, I think, play in the West. Just a side note. But that's interesting. Look, a couple of clips here. And I got more on to back up that connection. Michael Jordan retired and came back with the number 45, and he didn't have the 45 at the time. His last great moment as a player against the Utah Jazz, and that was the finals there, right, with the championship. And, you know, I think he had the 23 by that point, but I'm just backing up the 45. And look how the June 8th falls right in there in the dates of that finals. That's just kind of to back up that point, which is definitely interesting. And again, that was game 6. And I'm not going all super off. That's about as far as I go with off topic, but that's interesting. And it was game 6, like that 6th month, and then it fell right in there with the 45. Okay, so now we're just back over here, the French Quarter. And that's interesting. The quarter is like basketball as well. 4 quarters, that's interesting. But French Quarter, look, French, you get 54. French Quarter, you get 154. That's ABC 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's easy. We can all understand. And again, New Orleans, 54, run the alphabet in reverse and reduce at the 10th letter. The quarter is New Orleans' oldest neighborhood, touched by centuries of influence from across the globe, right here. And I don't know what that says after that. But, and isn't this interesting when I'm doing research? It says 45 free things to do in New Orleans. It just isn't a coincidence. You know, could you think of 45 things, Jeanna? No, I'm just
45. Actually,
Hell
yeah.
no, I mean, well, maybe, but just specifically 45, just off top. Like, I just wake up and go to sleep every day knowing it's these 45 things to do in the world. No.
That's wild. Hey,
Coincidences don't exist. I don't believe in this shit. If it happened,
no
it
way.
happened.
And I hate, hey, look, all over here, people talking in the mainstream or on YouTube's the new TV now. And they're really, all of this knowledge we've been talking about, dude, they're letting it out and they're conditioning the mainstream like it's normal. They don't even know what's going on. So they hear ritual sacrifice now all over like regular YouTube. And it kind of pisses me off because we've been saying this stuff forever. Nobody wants to hear us. Now it's mainstream. We say it. Oh yeah. Oh, you know, I heard Cat Williams say it. And it's like, dude, you know, it's just, and it makes me think of the Great Reset, you know, and I hope all of this stuff that we come far here. And I don't know if it's possible, but if we got to start all this over again, then I'm going to be pissed. You know what I mean? We got the code, right?
I feel what you're saying though. Like, I've been trying to tell people about this shit like since 2015, and it's like now all of a sudden people see this shit, but
yeah,
everything I've been telling them that was gonna happen, or it's like I don't get no credit for it. But like you just said, somebody like Cat Williams said, "Oh, now all of a sudden to make it credible," and he ain't even had no numbers behind none of his shit. It's like all these celebrities coming out telling the truth. Yeah, they doing that, but they still ain't told nobody about Gematria, bro, which is a real thing.
For real, and that's why
I ain't heard not one of these niggas speak that shit, man. They do a riddle like, yeah, the numbers in it's a script, right. Yeah, but what about the other part, bro? Like the Gematria that's behind it. We know that that's what the fuck going on,
right?
And I've been trying to tell people this shit for 9 years, and I got tired of it. So I'm done, bro. Like when people find out, it's gonna be too late, man. I don't care no more. That's why I just put it in my music and just go listen to it. And if you hear the message, fine. Like I'm tired of trying to talk in my face till I'm blue and trying to tell people, and they looking at me like I'm the stupid one or the crazy one. Like,
right. And that's amazing that isn't it the number 9 that follows you, right?
That shit crazy as hell, bro. I ain't even think about it. Yeah, that was 2015 when I first found Zach videos, and it's been 9 years.
Right. And
this is before Zach even had a big platform, bro. Like now he really big.
I remember those first channels over there. The first channels where it was just like his name and all of that. But check this out.
Yeah, when he got, I was there when he got all them bitches deleted.
Oh yeah. So look, check this out. New Orleans is okay. So look, we're kind of going down here. Vibrant live music scene and spicy singular cuisine, reflecting its history as a melting pot. You can interrupt at any time, Jeanna, as well. Okay.
Well, I'm listening for the numbers.
Okay.
I have 60. I have 114 and 322. So whenever you get to those, I know you're going to
Yeah.
get there.
Well, I know Louisiana State University equals 320, like 32, and Danielle Ballard just died recently as Tim Ballard was hitting with the movie Sound of Freedom. She had the number 32, and that pisses me off.
9.
999. 2 plus
Well,
7.
you
Yes.
want my 32 since we're talking about it?
Go for it.
Ray Nagin, who's an infamous mayor in New Orleans for being the mayor that during Katrina was elected March 2nd, 2022.
Oh, okay. March 2nd, 2022. Okay, I'm gonna note that. Okay. I
322.
know New Orleans was here. Well, wait, let's see where we go here. And I forgot if I have all the numbers in here. But look, Spicy 276327. It syncs up with jazz and it syncs up with French again. And 2 plus 7 is 9. Lil Wayne. And this is where I
Doesn't
like to
he live
separate.
here? Doesn't Little Wayne? I'm sorry, my son laughs at me when I say that. Doesn't Little Wayne live in New Orleans? I think he's got a house here.
Hell no, that nigga ain't lived in New Orleans forever. Ain't no telling
They
where he
say,
is now. He
yeah,
ain't in New
yeah.
Orleans right now.
And they may
He probably in Houston somewhere.
but they, as far as like the script and the story, they may say that he does, you know what I mean? But he
Nah,
doesn't.
but he don't. He grew up there, but he been like ever since he touched fame, and does he be there? No.
Right,
And honestly, I don't blame him. It ain't shit there. But
right.
hell no, the way New Orleans is, bro, no. He got too much
You know
money to be in
who
New
else?
Orleans right now, man.
You
Yeah.
know who
Look,
else lives here, Matthew?
what's up?
Goodman. John Goodman lives here.
Oh, John Goodman. Is that the one from Roseanne?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
Good
man.
Man, Simpson, Gold Man. The Simpson
Kid
thing's wild
man.
right now. So let me hit this.
Okay.
Look, what exactly is Scissor? Rapper Lil Wayne released from hospital. We know he's synced up with the lean. New Orleans was born right here. Look, September 27th, 82. Spent his first few years in the impoverished Holly Grove neighborhood. New Orleans, Louisiana's 17th ward. Look, the French founded the city of New Orleans 1718, but you get lean, also known by slang term purple drank. What are the colors? You got the LSU on, right, Jeanna? Purple.
I do
Look,
have my LSU on. Yes, I do.
look, purple drank, right?
Purple and gold, man.
They call it lean, New Orleans. Okay, and you see right there. Okay,
Some
and
people do.
right, I'm like thinking to myself, wow, I'm not saying that he's not going to be sipping on lean if he's not elsewhere, but come on, New Orleans. And isn't NBA Youngboy synced up with Baton Rouge? But you'll see videos of him speaking on New Orleans influence. He just got arrested for lean in Utah. Hello, what's
Oh,
up with that? In Utah. I just did the decode out of Utah. What's up with Utah? And you know what? Utah Jazz has the 113, and we hit on that right off the bat with, was it Mississippi River 113, and then we had a 113 with New Orleans out of the Wikipedia. So that's interesting because you get the Utah connection again. NBA Youngboy basketball, and you see how we broke away and hit on the basketball 45 with Donovan Mitchell and MJ's last moment against Utah, and the Jazz coming from New Orleans. That's interesting because I just caught that on the fly. So look at the numbers. Lil Wayne's got the 101 like Louisiana. Look at the 115, reverse the alphabet like France, founded by the French. And you get the French quarter again, 4 quarters in a basketball game. 38 in the reduction cipher like Louisiana, and you see 115 reverse Lil Wayne, New Orleans, Louisiana, France. How about Rudy Gobert, who just beat the Phoenix Suns, and now he's with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, as we're speaking about Cat, and he played for the Jazz, and he was touching all the microphones. Lil Wayne raps with the microphone. He was touching all the microphones, and then what happened? On the 11th day of the third month, the NBA shut down. He was on the Jazz. You get it? And he's French, Rudy Gobert, and it shut down the league, and that was right around Kobe's death. COVID, Kobe, and Kobe's connected because he was drafted by the Charlotte Hornets, and they're affiliated because didn't they move to New Orleans and all of that, right? They drafted him. They traded him to the Lakers like water, like Katrina. Everything about Louisiana, LA, the abbreviation, LA, Los Angeles. Get it? Louisiana. Ding, 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 right? All day long. They traded him to LA for Vlade Divac. Did Charlotte with that New Orleans connection? Look, Vlade Divac. Spell it backwards and change one letter, COVID. He died, what? Right after COVID hit. COVID, Kobe. 80% of that was on the fly, y'all. If it sounded like, what's he doing? You know what I mean? I mean, we know what I'm talking about because we know what we're all doing here. Damn. New Orleans, Louisiana, 83 reduction cipher. New Orleans with the population of 383. Is that right? Does that sound like a low number?
Well, what
it says. It says with a population of 383,997.
I'll check that real quick.
On Wikipedia, along the Mississippi River.
Wikipedia could have been written by your next door neighbor. Okay.
That's all we can go on, though, right?
My 9-year-old son can go on that shit and edit it.
But they have to have like, well, but what else do we go on, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
But look,
how about the United States Census? I know we're not going to believe the government, but it might be closer than your next door neighbor's projection.
But then we would be like, yeah, but then we would be making me look bad, right? Because I got the numbers right here. Look, with the population of
Wikipedia don't be having the numbers. You do. That's the difference.
Yeah. Ooh, you're right, huh?
Well, I do got the numbers, but they can't explain them like you. But go ahead.
Thank you, man. And so, dude, sometimes I'll be talking and I'm like, huh, what? But I know that little rant I just went on the fly, you heard all that connect with the basketball. At first, when I was doing the Jordan thing, I'm like, but damn, I kind of see how it landed a little bit. With the population of 383,997, whatever it says, that's what it says. And New Orleans, Louisiana's got the 83 right there. And again, Lil Wayne, 38, Louisiana, 38. Okay.
Look, I'd like to tell you that the New Orleans area, which would include just the little what we call New Orleans, is about 1.26 million people.
Okay. So whatever they were telling me, you know what?
They were telling you, no, that was accurate if you count only the city limits. But that's not really what we call New Orleans. Okay, New Orleans includes Metairie and Chalmette and like the little areas all around.
Right, I see what she's saying. Like that 1.83 population is Metro New Orleans, like all surrounding cities. But the city limit is 300-some thousand. Like in Detroit, the city limit of Detroit is 630,000, but Metro Detroit is 4.2 million people. That's not Detroit city limit though. Them the outer skirt suburbs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing with Houston though. If you count Houston proper is nowhere near Houston if you're going to count with the Woodlands and Clear Lake and all the little places right all around, but that's all considered Houston.
Yeah, the Houston city limit alone is big though.
Did you say 183? Look at this.
One.
Did you just say 183? Louisiana Purchase, 1803.
Well, I
Is
had
that
that down for you. Mhm.
Look, the United States from the French. They purchased, look,
Yeah.
1803. Hey, LeBron James equals 183 with the Kobe connection, right? Definitely.
It's a big connection with Detroit and New Orleans too. Like
Say that again. It cut off a little.
it's a big connection with Detroit and New Orleans
Look, this is why we all come together, and Arizona
because
equals 42, and right, the 42nd parallel over there.
yeah,
Hey,
but
Swin.
Phoenix not when I say that I meant as far as like the French shit go. Like, cause
Oh,
Detroit and New Orleans is French based. Like Detroit is really not pronounced Detroit is Detroit because it's French.
right.
And
Okay.
when I went to school in Louisiana, the people that made the most sense to me outside of Detroit was everybody from New Orleans. It's like they dressed like us, they carried themselves like us. The only difference was the way they talk. You know what I'm saying? But like the energy I was
Right.
getting from them is like it was the same type shit. Like
So, do you think that's similar to the Oakland thing too?
it's a big wait. What you mean by Oakland? 'Cause there's a big connection with
I heard
Detroit and Oakland too.
that's what I'm saying with the music, right? The rap.
I mm,
I heard y'all say it on Kim Folks' channel. That's why I'm bringing it up. I mean, I
French
listened to
shit
those a lot.
because the connection with Detroit and Oakland has nothing to do with French, nothing.
Oh, okay, I
But
was just saying it on the side.
I don't know, man.
Okay, all right, man. So, look, I just remember hearing y'all on a live, saying it at the
Oh,
same
when we
time.
were talking
Anyway,
about the Detroit connection in Oakland.
it was the music because y'all have your own sound. And I remember y'all saying, not
Or when I
saying
was
like,
at Grambling, it's like everybody used to always ask me, was I from California? Because of the way I talk. Like, no, I'm from Detroit. Like, but then we
I
made it
bet that
make
was
sense.
annoying though.
Yeah, but it makes sense because Detroit, if you really know the history, like you were just talking about, it is the music. Like, and
Right.
outside of Detroit and Oakland, people be confused like where did the sound come from. And honestly, to make a long story short, the sound that Oakland got came from here, but the way the lyrics and the energy they put into it is Oakland. That's them. But the sound that they followed at this point, I don't know because they shit sound a little California to me too. I don't know. You just have to be there to understand it.
I know. I
I
kind of
don't
know
think the
what you
niggas
mean.
sound like
Like,
us, man. I don't like. I don't hear it when I listen to their music. It sounds like California shit to me. Like, but
gotcha.
everybody said we sound the same though, so I don't know.
Gotcha. All right, so I'll go. Let's move forward on the Lil Wayne thing. So Lil Wayne synced up with New Orleans. He's born on the 27th of September. New Orleans, Louisiana equals 227, like 27, and again 2 plus 7 is 9. And look, I didn't figure out how to pronounce that. I don't know. La Nouvelle New Orleans was founded in the spring of 1718. May 7th. Look, that's the 127th day of the year. And look at Lil Wayne's birthday is the 270th day.
Oh
Like,
shit, bro. No, La Nouvelle means new in whatever language that's in.
oh, okay. Thanks.
That's all. That's New Orleans, just in whatever language it is, which is
Gotcha.
probably French or I don't know. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
Thanks. And a
Like
lot
you
of
know
that
how
stuff.
they should be taking it to the extreme. Like it's like it mean new in English, but in whatever other language it is La Nouvelle. Like
Appreciate
it's
that.
shit.
Yeah. And look,
Yeah.
you know what's, let me tell you a little something about me, which is interesting. Like, there's a lot of basic little things I can just straight up be upfront, dude. It can just fly right over my head. But then I'll be doing these serious T codes, and it's just, I'll just say that a personal thing about myself, as you know, you may notice as we go here. But anyways, look, with all those 27s, the Saints
When
won
New
the Super
Orleans was
Bowl.
founded, I
Look,
could speak on that too, but go ahead.
no, the Saints won the Super Bowl on 2/7.
In 2009, a 9.
It says 10. Well, it was an
Oh, well,
09,
12.
010.
Well, it was the 09-10. Yeah, I know because that was
Same.
my freshman year at Grambling. You feel me? And when they won it, that was
Gotcha.
the spring of 2010. The campus turned into Bourbon Street. Like I was there for that. That's how I know. Like this is when actually, you know what? I don't mean to cut you off. This is actually one of the
You're good.
main things that led me to my path of seeing how bullshit sports was, right? Because
Yeah.
when I came out of high school, the Lions went 0-16 that year. So I wasn't paying them no attention. My favorite player at the time was Adrian Peterson. He was the best running back in the league. You feel me? So I go
Yeah.
to Grambling, and when the playoffs happened, the first team the Saints played was the Vikings. So you're telling me that Adrian Peterson, who was the best running back in the league, once he gets to the most important game, he fumbled the whole fucking game?
They screwed
The
him over.
entire game. The entire game he fumbles against the Saints, and the Saints went on to win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By
Hey,
by
didn't
the
they?
quarterback Drew Brees, number 9 in the
Number
'09
nine.
season.
I just noticed that,
Come,
and there's that number
come
9 again.
on, bro.
Hey,
Nine.
and Adrian Peterson, man, didn't they? I think they connected him with some legal stuff. Dude, that guy was
Yeah. They
crazy.
always shame them niggas when it comes to the. It was some
Hey,
legal shit. I think he beat his girl or something with the same
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
the same narrative with all these
Right,
niggas,
right, right.
bro. Like,
And hey,
yeah,
and dude, he had, I think later in his career, he even like bounced back a little bit and performed well, if I'm not mistaken, possibly on another team. But wow. Look at how wow, well, they beat the Colts, and the Colts had that, there's that 17 again that's all synced up with Lil Wayne, but
the Colts.
that
Peyton Manning. Where he from? New
I
Orleans.
ain't that interesting that they had Sean
Yeah,
Payton, the coach, and hey, Archie Manning played there, didn't
bro.
he? His dad?
Archie Manning, Peyton Manning, and Eli Manning are from New Orleans, bro.
Okay, I think they're all. I think they're related. I think Breeze is related in them. They just like don't want us to know.
Well, not like New Orleans city limit, like probably like I think like Kenner or some one of them out of skirt Metairie, some shit like that. But it's what I'm saying, it's still considered New Orleans. Like,
Matthew.
Right, right. Go ahead.
yeah,
Hey, you
Matthew.
can interrupt anytime. I was
The,
just gonna let you know that again too, and you're not
the, Pey-
interrupting.
the Peyton boys all played at a school called Newman.
mm.
Newman.
Yep.
Is that in New Orleans proper or New Orleans
Kidman,
Metro?
Kidman, Newman, Goodman.
Yeah,
What
there's a
was the
lot going.
question?
There. Go ahead.
What was
Is
the question
Newman
about Newman?
is Newman in New Orleans proper or New
Oh,
Orleans
yes, it
Metro?
is. It's in the middle of the Garden District, I believe.
Oh wow, so they really actually went to school in New Orleans, but they
Yeah,
didn't actually
it's
grow
a,
up in New Orleans. Like,
I hope it's okay for me to say that it's a predominantly Jewish
oh, that makes sense.
school.
Right,
Hmm.
right, right.
Yeah, go figure.
Isidore Newman, and it's a very, very prestigious high school. It's you have to. It's very expensive. You have to pass exams to get in. You really have
Mm.
to know. You have to know somebody. But I can say
That's like the
that
University of Detroit Jesuit. It's a
I'm
school
not
called
getting
University of
any
Detroit
play.
Jesuit. It's the same shit, but go ahead.
Nice,
Even though
nice.
I know football is scripted, I did see Peyton Manning play on his high school field. It was fun.
And
Peyton.
he does got the number 18, and the
9.
18. Yeah, and it lands heavy in the in this again. So let's go forward a little bit. Look, that's 12 weeks, 6 days, the span from the Super Bowl win to the anniversary of, what was it, the founding? Oh, I think,
12
yeah,
weeks,
right there.
6 days, 3, 6, 9.
Mhm. Yeah, again, huh? And right there, May 7th, right there, founded New Orleans, and New Orleans, Louisiana 126 with the 12-week, 6-day span from that Super Bowl victory to the founding anniversary. That 126 is super heavy with me over here in Arizona. My birthday, 8/18/1981, synced up with Kobe. Trust me, this goes downhill. This is just a distraction. This goes all the way down to us. My birthday is 126, and there's more on that. And I even have a decode out there. It doesn't really land heavy on YouTube because people don't like hearing about like the personal stuff like that. Absolutely amazing though. But yeah, New Orleans 126. Okay, and look at this number here, 126. Okay, if Hurricane Katrina equals 261, and that's Kobe's death date, right? And the New Orleans connection with the Charlotte, with that basketball team and like the Bobcats and all of that. Charlotte drafted Kobe, traded him to the Lakers. Hurricane like water, like flood. Hurricane Katrina, 261, his death date.
All the way back to Katrina and water and floods. Ray Nagin was the 60th mayor of New Orleans. And in 1960, and really all the date counts, 11/14, which gives you the 114, 11/14, 1960 was the first segregation in New Orleans called the New Orleans Four, where Ruby Bridges, and she's a famous person.
Bridges like water?
Bridges like water. She
did
was
you say rain again?
The first
like rain?
Black school, the first Black child to segregate New Orleans schools in 1960.
Oh, okay. Was the name like?
Her name was Ruby. Ruby.
What was the name before that? Did you say rain? Like it sounded like rain, like water.
We do have a Rain, Louisiana, but that's not. I didn't say
that. Okay.
Ruby Bridges was her name.
Okay, and you know what? Katrina hit right after Kobe's birthday because his birthday is August 23rd. And if you look it up, it'll say August 29th or August 30th. And August 30th hits with that 83 again. And we just saw the 83s with New Orleans and Louisiana and Lil Wayne and all that.
You know, it's funny. Somebody was trying to say that Chris Paul was like, it had something to do with him. Like, you know, the year he went to New Orleans is when Katrina happened. Then when he got traded to Houston, they had the hurricane in Houston, Harvey. Then when he went to LA, something happened to LA too. So they was trying to say like Chris Paul had like, I don't know, like,
well, just kind of like connected because they connect.
And then you said, didn't you just say something about North Carolina? And but because that's the state he's from.
Charlotte,
you know what I'm saying?
Charlotte was connected. Like they moved to New Orleans, became the Bobcats or something like that. But
right. And the Bobcats and the Hornets got their connection.
Yeah, and Chris Paul, it's interesting, played here in Phoenix, and I can't believe they didn't beat the Bucks, man. Like if they didn't,
man, that's Bucks, because that shit, man, it's a script, bro. You know.
Yeah, but dude, but if they were gonna win, man, that was it. As far as the script, because it was that. I mean, just a part of the script, you know, with that.
Just like how the Timberwolves just beat the fuck out Phoenix. Like, come on,
dude, they just completely dominated, and Carl Anthony Towns,
and Anthony Edwards, aka Michael Jordan the fourth.
Dude, he looks just like
Jimmy Butler and Michael Jordan, all them niggas related. I don't give a fuck what nobody tell me about that
Miami, one. Miami when Jordan retired, they picked up baby Jordan, Harold.
Bro, those are his sons. Those are his kids, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody tell me.
And they got Jimmy Butler now, baby Jordan, right?
Jimmy Butler and Anthony Edwards and Michael Jordan are related some type of way. They might not be his kids, but they got the same bloodline. I don't give a fuck what nobody tell me, bro.
Hey, go look at.
Because you got to keep in mind, Jimmy Butler played for Minnesota too. Like all that shit is connected, bro.
And Philly with the Kobe connection, Jordan's last game against the Sixers, huh?
Like, man, come on, bro.
Hey, damn, wow. Hey, there's the rapper, the baby one. I think it's the one who has the blue Dodger hat with the gold teeth. Looks just like Anthony Edwards too.
The nigga will sacrifice his pops to get on. Yeah.
Like Lil Baby, I think, or I don't know which one it is. But you know, you'll see him.
You talking about Da Baby? He's from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Dude, he looks just like Anthony Edwards. I caught that yesterday in the.
I never thought about that. That's crazy.
Hey, just the post game interview after the sweep of the Suns, and I don't even really follow that rapper. I paused it and I'm like, holy shit, that looks just like that rap. And I pulled it up, they're like identical. You're telling me he's from Charlotte for real?
That's what
Damn,
they say.
that's
That's what they
connected.
say.
Oh, and he had a Hornets jersey on. So yep.
In his
Damn.
most viral video, yep, he showed. I mean, he from Charlotte.
Ooh, shit. So
But it's
look,
crazy because his pops died in the midst of his career blowing up, and Jordan dad died too.
Jordan. And when was that? Right after he beat the Suns. And I'm right here. Look at how we come together. Swint, I truly believe they connect all of us for this reason that we all are already onto this, and they try to keep outsiders from learning it. I see it when people come in here and they got numbers on their names. I'm like, wait a minute, that's like my birthday, or you know what I'm saying? We talk about stuff, and Gina's, is it okay if we let everyone know again about the my birthday connection with you?
Yes.
Oh, dude, Gina's
Sure.
ex-husband has the same birthday as me, and we happen to just sync up on this channel. And shout out Louis Bagels as well, right here. Louis Bagels has a nice video on the death of hip hop, and it's from at least over a year ago with
That shit
numbers in
been
there.
dead.
With numbers in there, but I'm telling you, the video's got like 60 views or something, or whatever, and it's just like, really? But Louis Bagels is in here. Shout out to Louis Bagels for real. So Hurricane Katrina's, man, and everything we just talked about all connects. And wow, this is amazing. So Hurricane, and look, I'm gonna put sympathy right there, because when I speak on this stuff, I know that there's tragedy. I don't get off on none of this, right? I've been deceived, and that is definitely a huge reason why I do this, because I don't like to blame. I take responsibility for what I do, but you're talking about somebody who's young, and we get deceived by entertainment out there. The households are split. I was on my way to meet my dad for the first time, and he just happened to die as I was going to meet him. And I'm just like, well, why were we separate to begin with? And anyways, that's a whole nother topic. But I've been deceived here, and I'm always going to say sympathy, because I'm decoding this stuff. But it's always sympathy, because we have real victims here, and it's not always about the celebrities. Look what just happened with the Super Bowl. The Chiefs win the Super Bowl, and now what? Taylor Swift's got the hottest album. Travis Kelce just got a new $34 million deal, and his brother Jason Kelce, now he's got a new gig with Monday Night Football. And guess what? He played in Philadelphia with DeAndre Swift. It's like, what? Anyways, I get passionate about this. And
Matthew,
what? What's up? Excuse me.
Louisiana State bird is the brown pelican. That's 60 and 132 and 66. Lots of 60s.
Lots of 60s. Well, we have 3 6s and 63s in our decode too. And it's the New Orleans Pelicans. They've changed their damn. Yeah, New Orleans Pelicans, Charlotte. Did they become the
But
Bobcats?
that's our state bird, though. I mean, that's like,
Oh,
that
so you get
doesn't change. The brown pelican. And Nicole Brown Simpson.
That's
Man,
interesting.
what y'all said about 3 and 6?
Well, that equals 9 again, right? But
You know how deep that shit go?
we know it equals 9, right?
Can I just say something real?
Absolutely.
Check this out, right? So didn't they say Nikola Tesla said if you some about 3, 6, and 9 keys to the universe, blah
Yes.
blah. All right, so what's the fucking clock, right? The clock is from 12 to 12, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3, 6, 9. Damn. I'm gonna start off with 666, right? So they say 666 is bad. Like, okay, so 666 is 3 6s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 3 plus 6 is 9. Okay, so boom. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18, which is 9. 6
Right.
times 6 times 6 is 216, which is 9. Okay,
Right.
now we talking about the clock. Okay, so on the clock you got 3. The 3 on the clock is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. The 6 on the clock is 30. 3 plus 0 is 3. The 9 on the clock is 45. 4 plus 5 is 9. 45 is the ninth triangular number. 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. See that connection?
Man, I didn't. That's the first I heard of that.
And they make the shapes. They make the shapes of the pyramid. They say a perfect circle is 360. So I can keep going, but all of them the only numbers that connect like that. But yeah, if you look at the clock, the 3, 6, 9, and 12, that's the shape of the pyramids.
That's amazing. Wow.
Which align with the stars, and it's 3 of them. It's always 3 or 6. Bro, everything about this shit come back to that shit. And they always, like how you was talking about with Jordan earlier, I meant to bring that up, right? Like Jordan, you said he came back with the number 45.
Right.
First of all, he was number 23. What's 2 times 3? 6. Just like LeBron, 23, 6. You know what I'm saying?
Bulls
Jordan came back with the number 45. You know, he has a brand of shoe. He came back wearing the Jordan number 9 when he came back with 45. And he won 6 rings. He won a 2 3-piece, 3 and 3. Who was his sidekick? Scottie Pippen, 33, 6.
Right.
3 and 3, 6 rings. Came back with the number 9. 3, 6, 9. Like, come on, man.
And
that's all I had to say about that.
Oh, you're good. There's a way that you can write like key to the universe or keys to the universe, and you get like 36s, 63s, and all of that in there too. That's amazing.
That's all that shit is. And that 666 shit not bad either. They say it's the devil, and no. 666 is 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons that produce the element carbon-12, which grows inside of me. You know what I'm saying? My people, like that's what grows inside of me that produces melanin, which is why I can stand in the sun all day and not get sunburned.
And then 1 plus 2 is 3, right? Dang. All right. Nice. Okay. So look, we were speaking on that 18. I mean, Hurricane Katrina's got the 108. And again, you know, like the 18, the 81, all of that connects with Kobe as well. And you can just write May 7, 17, 18 in the calculator, the founding of New Orleans, you get 63 and 36. And again, 6 plus 3 is 9. Spicy, 63. French, 36. Jazz, 63. Mardi Gras, 63. Look, founded in 1718. Louisiana's the 18th state. And I think Jeanna mentioned earlier, look, April 30th, 1812, 30 plus 18 is 48, plus 12 is 60. And
what did you say about the sun at 18?
What did I say about the sun in 18? I don't know. Did I just say something? I don't know. I know my birthday's 8/18/81. I'm a Leo. I'm born right in the middle of the sun, Arizona, August. I know that my birthday's 8/18/81 with this connection, but Hurricane Katrina was a devastating and deadly Category 5 Atlantic hurricane that caused 1,836 fatalities. Again, Hurricane Katrina equals 108, and the date of the founding, 36, like the 1836, with all those 63s and French equaling 36. The 18th state, founded in 1718.
The only reason I asked that is because like they say the sun this is what science says. Science says that the sun is 93 billion miles away, but they say that 93 billion miles is 108 suns from the earth.
Okay.
Arizona, like keep this on the screen. Keep this on the screen because I'm going to show you something. That 108, right? So they say that they say that the sun is 100. How big the sun is, you can measure it from the earth 108 times. They say the same thing about the moon. But anyway, that's another story about the moon. But okay, so your name, Matt, equals 108.
Damn,
well, not your name. No, not your name. I don't know. I never looked your name up. Actually, I think your name is 42. But mathematics, mathematics equals 108.
Okay.
Okay, right. And Okay, so when you look at 108 in digits, what do you see? Just lines and square, like you see math.
right?
So all that shit come together with that, if that helps any. With the
Well,
108, because I see you, I didn't even know none of this shit you showing me, like French equal 108. Wow, like, I didn't know none of this, but I do know what I'm telling you about 108. You know what I'm
and
saying?
this is why we all come together. And again, my birthday's 1881. I'm here in the Valley of the Sun, and you said 93,000 miles. Arizona equals 39.
Hmm. Just like New
Yeah,
York.
yeah, Arizona equals 39.
Bro,
And
so your birthday all ones and eights.
my birthday's 8/18/81.
Well, okay, eight. Well, besides the 19, okay, one,
Yeah,
right. My birthday is all ones and nines, bro. My birthday 119, 1991.
Look, hey, there's connections there because I remember when we spoke previously. I mean, this is the first time live, but I remember catching things like that as well and telling myself, wow. And let me tell you something right now. Even Dwayne, DMTV,
Mm-hmm.
complete. Look, I end up over there on that channel because I hear about it from Call Me Kinfolk and all of that, right? And then
Yeah,
I go over there, he interacts, right? Obviously we can all
yeah.
interact.
I chopped it up with him on Discord before.
Yeah, but all of those numbers and everything he talks about with the birth of they, and I don't think that's disrespectful. I'm just it's stuff that he's said on live, but all of the numbers and every date that he says is all connected with me. Like his son's birthday is the day I got out of prison.
Mm.
He got fired on certain days. It all syncs up. It's just amazing. I think we're all connected. It's just wild. We're all connected and they keep us in this little group. Okay. And we all look at that bug crawling across the camera. But anyways, it's just amazing. Okay. Yeah, my birthday is 8/18/81. And I don't there's a lot with that. So we're coming close to an end here. So let's just finish this. And this is amazing for me. I can't even thank you enough, Swint or Jeanna. And everything happens for a reason. And there it is again, New Orleans, founded in early 1718 by the French. And again, French
Oh, I don't
108.
mean to cut you off. I gotta, 'cause before I forget again. Like how I said, how that Detroit and New Orleans connection.
Yeah.
They're some of the oldest cities. New Orleans was founded in 1718. Detroit was founded in 1701.
Okay. I was thinking that too. That is old because I think
Yeah,
Arizona.
'cause it's not that many cities that old. Like Detroit and New Orleans old as fuck. Like Detroit
And,
is 17 years older than New Orleans, but Detroit old as shit.
and that would show you how the history would sync up because it's around the time frame then, huh?
Hey, matter of fact, Matt, didn't you say something about 322? Or, no, she did. Detroit turned 322 years old this year.
Oh, for real? And
Do
so
you
that's
know,
gonna.
bro? Do you know how much shit took place in Detroit this year? That's symbolic. That it seemed like only me get. Like, see, you understand these numbers, bro. Like, I couldn't. Everybody that I know in Detroit, I'd be like, bro, Detroit turned 322 today. They okay, and they don't understand like what 322 symbolize. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
Or the fact that the fucking the draft, bro. Listen, when I tell you, like, I watched Detroit grow. I watched Detroit go from shit to looking good because they fixed it up all leading up to this draft that just happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy
hey,
how we had the biggest record in the history or whatever. And when I tell you the whole time that shit was going on, every day I went outside, I felt like shit. The energy was just off as fuck, bro. That shit was an energy harvesting festival, and I know it was, bro. They had a portal in front of the portal downtown. Like,
hmm. Wow.
but nobody here seems to fucking understand me when I speak on that, bro. Like that
Dude,
portal, bro, that the little stage they had for the draft looked like the Travis Scott portal. You know what I'm talking about. Like,
hey, they
and
had
all
that
them people
concert
was
where
down, bro.
into
Go
his mouth.
ahead, go ahead.
Oh no, my bad. They had the concert where everybody's walking into his mouth and it's like that big, You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and that was a portal, bro. That's why all them people died like that, bro. That
Yeah,
was a they was harvesting energy.
exactly.
The same way Beyonce, bro. Beyonce concert downtown was in the same spot they had to draft it, bro. By a portal that's been here with a
Mhm.
portal built in front of it, bro. In a Renaissance rebirth city.
Wow.
Which reminds me of the eclipse, which you still ain't got to. But go ahead.
No, I'm listening because you know what I'm thinking right now? Um, the Detroit decode, and then Swint joins when we do that. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Bro, I can tell you everything it is to tell you about Detroit.
So Gina, we may have to and even if for some reason Swint can't make it, we're gonna do it anyways
Mhm.
because there's some. It's an interesting city. I think it stands alone, and there's a lot of stuff that we could talk about there as well. So let's get to the end of this now, and I'm always gonna have this sympathy up here with the victims, whether I can show numbers that connect. Um, I I don't I'm not even I don't even really want to use like certain words that I use when I talk about this because I guess a lot of people were affected by this. So again, I'm just showing the numbers there
Yeah,
with
that shit is
this,
crazy.
and it shows right there 1803 again with that 183. So we kind of come to the end here, and I'm so happy that you were here, Swint, and you brought up coming on, and I can't believe I wasn't even thinking of that. But
Yo, I
uh,
never looked at the map like that. That makes sense. Damn. I didn't know it was broke down like that. That part of the region was Spanish. That's what the Spanish took that part of the United States over, and the French took this part over. Damn. And
hey,
then that little, and then that one little area up there, the Oregon. That's crazy, bro.
and it's the boot,
There you
right?
go. Right, Louisiana. Right.
I go put
The
boot.
Spanish. That makes so much sense. That's why all the Mexicans is in that area.
Back to New
Louis.
Orleans.
Damn.
The
Boots
voodoo
got the
queen of
52. Go ahead. My bad.
the voodoo queen of New Orleans is Marie Laveau, and she is 108.
Ooh, let me put voodoo.
Well,
Voodoo's got
I don't know
30.
voodoo, but her name was Marie Laveau.
Can you see the screen right there? Voodoo's got that 32.
Yes.
And Louisiana State University 320. Danielle Ballard had the 32 on her jersey. OJ Simpson, the number 32. Just saying
Hey,
that.
why you put boot? Cause that's definitely what Louisiana called the boot.
Yeah, and look what it has. 52, like flood and hurricane.
That shit
And
must be bad.
52 like flood and hurricane. I think hurricane has that 56 like boot as well. And check this
Oh
out.
yeah.
Look,
56 has everything to do with weather manipulation.
look, hurricane's got 146 like Trump's birthday.
Shout out to Trump. Fuck Biden.
The lesser of two
Real.
evils. Hey, hey, and here they're gonna start coming with the stories again. Remember, like you're not black if you don't vote for me. All of that bullshit.
Man, fuck out of
Oh
here,
man.
bro.
I mean, that just I don't like the manipulation. I get older and I see it all the time now. Dude, hey, check this out with the hurricane flood equaling 52 like boot. Number 52, Ray Lewis, Miami Hurricanes.
That nigga went to
Okay.
Miami.
Yeah, the Miami
I didn't know
Hurricanes.
that.
I'm gonna pull it up right now. And you know what? And
And the Super Bowl he won was the blackout, which brings me back to the eclipse. But go ahead.
then that brings me back to the Public Enemy album when the grid goes out with
When
Arizona
they
on
grit,
the cover,
the blackout, bro.
right?
Uh,
And it's amazing
what's the
how
name of that? What's the name of that Obama movie that just dropped before the world ends? The
oh
blackout
uh
narratives, all these blackout narratives. But go ahead.
and hey, and again, a lot of times they might do that. And like how when I was growing up, it's like, oh, the world's gonna end, the world's gonna end, the world's gonna end. and it's just some kind of like weird theme pattern or something, and then the world doesn't end. It's almost like a big distraction.
You know
Like,
what's crazy? The world. Okay. I'm gonna tell you what it is. The world doesn't literally end, but it does. Like, okay, 2012, right? They said the world was gonna end in 2012, right?
mhm.
No, we know the world didn't blow up and we didn't die. But did shit start changing after 2012? Yeah, it did. Like it seemed
Right.
like life before 2012 was different. I'm gonna use drill music as a prime example because it popped off in 2011. By the time
Yeah.
2012 came around, no, these young niggas riding around drilling, killing, and you know
Eh,
what I'm saying. So a whole
yeah.
new lifestyle started. So the world as we knew it ended.
I remember that.
Now it's just new shit. The world ended in 2020 as well with COVID. What we knew
Hmm.
before 2020 was over with. And
Right.
how I feel about this last eclipse, whatever we was going through in between 2020 and every day before the eclipse, is different now. I know for a
Oh,
fact I feel different energy since that eclipse, bro.
let me add to that because you were talking about 2016, and we know about Trump and the presidency, right? And 2020, as you mentioned as well with COVID. Go back to 2012 when you mentioned drill, Chief Keef, like commander in chief, and
Hmm.
linked up with Chicago, they say Michelle Obama, right? Former first lady to the commander in chief. She's got, and you know what? She's got the same middle name as Patrick Mahomes, Lavon, but it's spelled differently, plays on the Chiefs.
And
It's just all
they just
wild.
won the Super Bowl again. Like, bro.
It's just so wild. Ah, wow.
It's wild how they always throw like representations back to them people who land they took over and named America. The
Yeah, and
capital at one point in time was the Redskins. This
yes,
is a
and
mockery, bro. And then the
they do the
Chiefs is just a fucking
mhm,
mockery, bro.
they do the whole symbolism like cowboy and Indian type. It's like you guys are
Right?
playing.
America's team is the Dallas Cowboys, like and the Cowboys and Indians, right?
Yeah, and you can technically connect cowboys with white people. I mean, in a way, I mean, maybe not, maybe so. I don't
No,
know.
maybe, yeah. I mean,
You
it
know what?
is, it is, it is a culture of it with my people, but it started with Cowboys versus Indian, white people versus the. Yeah, you're right.
So Swint, this is amazing, man. You know what I would like to do sometime if you could even is we could probably just do random stuff, but it's always nice to go off of a topic. But man, I want to do this again. I feel I'm very thankful, man, that you wanted to come on and join us here. I, I don't know how else to say it, man. You know what I mean? I think highly of you again, but we're all one. Like we're all the same here. I don't know how to say it, man, but
Man, we are part of the 144,000 chosen ones,
I
man.
appreciate. Wow. I'm gonna add this again, and I'm just gonna like run it back to the beginning, and I'm not really gonna as we just kind of like glance at the slides since I put them together. We can obviously bring up something if something else rings a bell, but I like to do this because I put in the work with the slides, and then we'll get it back to the beginning, and then we'll just kind of wrap it up. New Orleans with the purple drank lean, with the purple like Louisiana State University. Gina, do you have anything else to say possibly on the color purple with your city
No,
over there?
no, I'm good.
It's just colors, I guess, kind of like right orange
Purple is the
juice.
color of royalty.
It
It
is.
is, and that might connect with Trump as well, possibly. Not saying
That's
I view him as
probably,
royalty.
it's more than likely why it's associated with Mardi Gras. Purple and gold.
Oh, hey, and that's interesting with like those costumes as well. That can be a whole
Hey,
look
I
at
just thought about it. Jordan wore the number 9 too. I literally forgot about that shit,
Did
bro.
he?
When he played for the Olympic team, he was number 9.
Oh,
He got a
and look,
pair of 7s. They got the 9 on them. And if you look it up in history, it's one game he wore the number 9 because supposedly somebody broke in the locker room and stole his jersey, and the only replacement jersey they had was number 9, so he wore that for that game.
I think that might have been 12. Let's verify it though.
That's still 9 because that's 3.
You're right. Yeah, and I know it's weird. It was on Valentine's Day, Arizona's birthday, and you're right. Jordan number 12. Hey, just the fact that you said that, Swint, is just more verification that we're all on the same page because not a lot of people bring that up. You know, if they may not know it, but look what I just caught. The Jazz
Yep.
wear purple, and Malone's got the 32. And
3 times 2 is 6. 1 plus 2 is 3. Yep.
yeah, and with the LSU and the purple and Louisiana State
And
University equals 320.
Karl Malone did go to Karl Malone went to Tech.
Texas Tech?
No, he went to Louisiana Tech.
Oh, so that's more amazing.
Yeah, he from
Right?
like Farmerville he from the area I went to school in. That's how I know about him.
That's more amazing that they moved from New Orleans to Utah. Wow.
Mm.
One of our
And
most beloved basketball players who we lost to Utah, I might add, wore number 7, Pete Maravich, number 7 for the New Orleans Jazz and the Utah Jazz. And I
Pistol.
think I just saw number 7. That wasn't Pete. I don't
That's
think
him,
it
I think that's
is that
him.
him. Yep.
I'm guessing it has to be. It's an
We
older.
loved him
and you know Kobe and Jordan ended their careers against the Jazz.
we
Well,
loved him down
I
here.
think. Look, I think Jordan's last game was against Philly.
No,
And
it was against the Jazz when he took the last shot. That picture you just showed.
I think that was his last great moment. But let's go verify it.
Well, that was his last. That was his last game against the Jazz with the Bulls because he came back with the Wizards.
Oh, got it. Good.
Yeah, but
Got
his career, his last game with the Bulls was when he won the championship and they beat the Jazz. And Kobe's last game was against the Jazz.
Yes,
But I
and
think he scored like 60 something. Yeah.
I think he had 60. And go ahead, Jeanna. Gina's got that 60.
Pete Maravich died when he was 40.
What was the 60 you were telling me
Let me
about?
guess from an overdose or from heart failure.
I'm guessing yes. I'm guessing
That'd be all these nigga stories, and people think ain't nothing wrong with that. Like it's just it just happened. Like it's not a repeating thing. Like it's not something behind that.
And you want to know?
He was known as Pistol Pete, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And look,
Pistol Pete 44, which is the number that represents death, and pistols represent death.
Yeah,
right. Look, heart
Pete.
attack. Heart attack equals 108.36. Added up 9.
Damn, another 108. Wow.
Yeah. And I don't even think we verified it, but I brought it up right when Swint said that because I know heart attack. Look, I got the 1881 all over me, and I'm not like wishing anything upon myself. I'm just saying, that lands other. And look, it equals 72 as well.
You're talking about death numbers?
I'm not trying to talk about death numbers.
I'm just saying. Well, how'd you like a name like Dice Art?
Oh yeah, Gina's got the dice art. And look, we're not gonna and that doesn't, I don't want to put the energy, but yeah. Yeah, it doesn't, no. So, okay, so let's just run it back here. So there's always more. I think that was an acceptable New Orleans decode, the Big Easy, with all of that. And there it is again in the National Basketball Association 113, Utah Jazz 113, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Mississippi River round the clock nightlife, all 113 there. So
Shout
all
out to
right,
New Orleans, though. I love New Orleans, dog.
I
I
need
done
to
had some
go.
fun in New Orleans.
Hey, I didn't realize. I mean, whatever the word is, like I don't travel as much. I need to, but it seems like a good time for real. Obviously, but so that's it. The New Orleans decode. I'll just pull it up like this, and then we'll end it. So I appreciate you, Swint, Jeanna, of
Sure.
course. I'm gonna tap in. I'll tap in with you on Instagram. We're both busy, obviously. I'm gonna go check out. I see that there's another link there for the music. Jeanna and everybody out there, you need to check out Swint Fujiyama because he speaks on this stuff in the music, and it's positive vibes. Okay, it's all positive vibes, and we need more of that, right? And obviously, we know Swint even says he doesn't even want to be affiliated with any of that mainstream stuff, right?
Hell
Well,
So
no, I'm straight.
nice to meet you, Swint.
Nice to meet you too.
okay, and this is Jeanna Dysart again. We linked up in the chat, and it's always good when we can get people on here, and we're gonna keep doing lives because we need to do this. We all need to come together like this. So I appreciate you, Swint. I appreciate you, Jeanna. This is the city of New Orleans decode plus other connections. All right. So if y'all want to say goodbye before I end it here.
Bye. Bye, everybody who will be watching later.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, I'll say bye. I say talk to you later. I'll see you later.
All right. And I am Math Tucon, aka Math Tucon 2, Daily Decodes 81. This will remain on the Math Tucon 2 channel after a few days. I'll leave it on all of them for a few days. Okay. And I appreciate everybody. And until next time.